Welcome to John Cleese Car Audio's YouTube channel. Today's video is all about this W204 Mercedes C63 AMG weapon, owned by one of our good customers, Grant. The proper engine one, the 6.2 litre V8. God, you must stop at a lot of petrol stations for this thing. These things are absolutely abysmal when it comes to MPG and fuel economy. But who cares, right? It's a toy car. So he's come in because even though this car is stunning, it doesn't have a very good screen in the dash. It has got the most, well, I say it's got, I'm probably going to have to overlay a picture because I didn't take a video clip before we changed this system, but it had a very small 6-inch screen in the dash. And now it's got a whopping big 10.25-inch screen. Now, I can imagine there's a few owners out there with a C63, they want to keep it original. I get that, you know, it's a type of car where it's all about OEM or OEM plus. However, for the time you've got the car, you might just want a system that actually works and is easy to use and is user friendly and it's fully reversible. So if you do want to put it back to standard when you sell the car and keep the value in it, you can just put it back to standard. You just keep hold of the screen, we give it back to you. So it is designed to be reversible. Now I've just turned it on. Let me shut the door and get rid of the door shutting notifications, and I'll give you a little bit of a run through as to what it does. This is a Linux-based system, 10.25-inch touchscreen. It's not an Android base, so less to go wrong. It is very just simple, does what it needs to do. It does what it says on the tin. So I touch the screen to get back to the main home screen. Now I'm just going to pair my phone up actually because I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to go to Bluetooth, I'm going to search the devices on my phone. And there you have it. It finds the name of it, which is Car BT5AAB on this particular location. They all have their own individual names. You just simply go pairing request, allow, and then on the screen it will do its handshake and your phone's going to say, do you want to connect to CarPlay? Woohoo! Hit yes, connect. And then it's going to do a little wizardry stuff in the background and whop, up comes Apple CarPlay, just like that. If you don't know what CarPlay is, this is a quick crash course in CarPlay. This is an Apple operating system for the car, which makes applications like sat-nav and music to make your drive very easy and convenient with access to traffic, live traffic, music, all the internet radio applications you could possibly want. So Google Maps, if you use Google Maps, that works. If you use Apple Maps, that works. If you want to use Waze navigation and just, you know, to be different, use Waze navigation. Even if you use TomTom and you pay for it, which is there, it will work. All your music apps like Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, Deezer, SoundCloud, they all work on this as well. It looks great, I think. Behind the scenes, I don't really know if I'm going to be able to show you actually, but it's also neat behind. Let me turn my torch on actually because I really want to show you. So it's all finished behind as well. It's not like you get gaps or anything behind. So even if you do decide to be OCD and look behind, there's no hideous gaps or anything. All your steering wheel controls all still work as well. And yeah, it does look really good. And then if you don't want to use touchscreens, you don't want to put like dirty fingerprints on because you're that way inclined. Guess what? The little rotary knob down here, that actually operates the application as well. So you can just scroll through, drive, you know, right hand on the steering wheel, left hand on your knob, and you can just click Google, go to start, no touching the screen, no fingerprints, easy to do when you're driving. Oh, phone call coming in. We're just gonna have to decline that. Sorry, Brad, you're out of here. It does support reverse camera as well as an aftermarket reverse camera. So if you've got a factory camera, that will still work. If you want to put an aftermarket camera on, you can do. Hell, you could even put a front camera on. So if you've got a bumper that's really low, or in this case, like a low spoiler or a chin on this C63, you'll be able to have a front camera at the front grille as well. And to select the front camera is very simple. You would go to the screen on here, go to display, and you see a little image that says front camera. So you can select all that. The rear camera automatically selects in reverse. That's purely for front camera, that button there. Sorry, I've had to move to the driver's side because I left the ignition on for too long and the Mercedes system cut out. So you push the Mercedes logo, that then opens up the Mercedes system in its correct ratio. You can't stretch the Mercedes system across the whole of the screen, otherwise it will just look terribly stretched and horrible. So they just fill in the right hand side with a Mercedes logo. And then you turn the rotary dial and you can still use all your factory Mercedes system. I don't know if there's any tyre pressure warnings or any carb settings and stuff you want to change. It's all still accessible. And all you do to go back to CarPlay, you just touch the screen like that, and then hit CarPlay. Extremely simple. I'm sorry it's getting dark in here, but it is like 4:30 in the middle of winter. So yeah, it gets dark very early here, as you can see. I don't know what else I need to show you really. That is a 10.2-inch screen and a C204 C63 Mercedes V8. This is Connor from John Cleese Car Audio, and from all the team, including the guy who installed it, who was Toby. We'll see you soon.